morning. This is Grand Thumb Farms here on Elm Creek 25 doing the Neapolitan Challenge. Serial Tycoon Edition. I completely forgot about sugar. It takes sugar to make chocolate. It takes a sugar mill to get sugar. You have to plant sugar beets or sugar cane, so sugar is important. I also looked at a list of all the productions. If I got the full-size productions, it's over $1 million. It's about 1.25 million. That's including the cow barn. So this is certainly going to be a challenge. Right now I'm headed to the shop. I need to pick up a plow so we can cut that field. And my next thing is to figure out how to make some passive income. I think I have an idea. I also figured out about my blinker in the back there. From what I'm read, if I put duals on the back, then they'll flare out. Otherwise, not needed. Okay, we need a plow. I think I'm going to skip the 2.5 and go for the 3.5. The 4.2 is just a little bit too much money, and I don't think I need the Paco mat. Alrighty. Back to the farm and let's get plowing. I haven't done any contracts. I don't want to burn daylight on contracts and not get our fields taken care of. So I want to get everything I can done to the field. Then we'll start the contracts. Pretty soon I'm going to run out of money. I think I've put together a list to show the mods that I have. I can show you the equipment mods that I have easily, but it's just Giants mods. But the extra mods, I think I'll be able to throw them out there at some point in today's episode. And I think I'm gonna pretty much cut this field about the way that we mowed it. I think. Okay. I feel like I want to go the other direction. Is it a right-handed, left-handed thing? I'm not sure. Let me flip the plow though. Okay. I guess if it's not super neat, I can fix it. So, all right, let's see if we can get this field cut. I guess after we cut it, it's gonna have stones. I don't know that I want to deal with the stones. Let me think about that while we're plowing. Okay, let's see how we did. Looks like we have lines. Want to make sure there's nothing crazy on any of the sides. Looks pretty straightforward. I'm tempted to cut across. It's too close to that tree. Okay. We have a plowed field. And I think if you... Nope, you can't. I thought if you bought the... I thought the farmyard held your environmental score. Maybe it has to update on a reload or something like that. For it to recognize. I don't know. It's something that we will find out. Okay, next step. I'm guessing lime. We're getting some equipment. And I'm assuming you can't. Whoa! I almost hit my windrow. Just driving willy-nilly. Okay. Need you to drop this so I don't make a field. Okay. Next step is we got $83,000. I was looking at contracts, and I actually I did try to do a contract. It was this one I looked at, and I accepted it. I borrowed items. They'll be at the shop. Okay, fail. And I went to the field, and it has the crops on the field. So I don't understand that. Contract income minus $1,500. That's a great way to start, huh? If I want to spread lime, I need this, right? Yep, that's the cheapest option for lime. Whoops. So my rule on leasing. This is where it gets fun. So it's to lease this, it's $22.95, but I can't lease it for a day. I have to go to the higher purchase, and when the monthly cost is $22.95, I can choose that option. So at 20%, I can choose option 4, 3 at 30%, and 1 or 2 at 40%. So for $18,000, I can lease this. Now, once we hit year 2, which is January, I can do 2-year leases. So that means I can put less down and still be able to get the lease. So I'm going to do a 40%, which is $18,000. Whoops, gotta go to 1 year. So it's going to be $22.80 a month, option 1. And if I want to do anything else before 24 meter, that's plenty. So higher purchase, 40%, option 1, it's $22.80, 1 year purchase. Okay. And the loan that I have, I think can be seen in here. So I've got the $250,000 loan at 3.5%. It's a 5-year. Yeah, it's a 5-year loan, so it's $4,600 a month. And here's my leasing. So there you go. And I can pay it off whenever. Same with the loan. Sometimes the loans you can only pay once a year and only a certain percent, but I have it where I can pay it off. I can pay as many times a year as I'd like to on the loan. Oh, I also have the garage menu so I can get to my stuff quickly. There's no benefit in having this. You don't get deals or anything like that. So 9,000, I can get 4 bags of lime. 4 bags. Yes, please. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to go get a lime spreader. I'll meet you back up here because I'm going to relog. Had a little struggle on that hill there. So yes, I can purchase the soil information. And it's terrible. Which is, it figures. And of course the pH isn't bad. That's pretty funny. That's okay. Just means we won't use all that lime. That's what it means. Okay. Let me get this liming done. I think I'm going to try to start at the top. All right, getting closer, getting closer. Seed, fertilize, and roll. I don't know that we're going to do all those things. Seems like a lot for a little bitty grass field. But I'm envisioning what it will become. I'm seeing rows of grapes, and at the bottom of the hill, maybe a raisin, or the grape production to make raisins. Maybe. All right, headed to the shop once again. Power chain with cedar unit. Seeds. Oh, crud. I meant to do that hire purchase thing on this. I just handicapped myself hard. Dang it. Well, here we go. We're all set. Let's go plant some grass. This is going to be a lot better field when it turns into grapes. We're grass farmers now. Well, grass planters anyway. Got 7 pieces of equipment too. Look at there. See what that field looks like. Looks like a grass field. It won't need much nitrogen, but it can use a little. All right. We need to start thinking about what's next. I'll run to the house and have some tea. Well, okay. I've had my tea and I've been thinking I need a passive income, and I really messed up by not leasing more than just the one item. So that means I'm going to need to do some contracts, and I got to make sure I have money in the bank to pay my bills. Currently, I have a monthly cost of $22.80 plus the $46.14. That's almost $7,000. So that's what I need. There is a mowing contract on Field 45, $10,000. I'm going to use my equipment because I want to get good at the mower. I need to practice because it's a little bit different. So Field 45, I got to figure out how to get there. I'll tag it. And I go to the shop. How about I go, oh, that's the vehicle shop there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go to the vehicle shop, down the road, take a left. I think I can do that. Well, nothing's growing yet. Except rocks. So let's see if we can find our way to the grass field. I need to take that contract before something happens to it. Accept contract. Yes. I didn't fail it. That's good. Whoa. All right. We got this. Well, here's the field. We should be able to do okay, I think. The lines are probably going to confuse me. I haven't used this type of mower before. And I probably should be on the other side because there's room. I don't know if it's better to drive over the cut or the fresh. I imagine you should be on the cut if you can. I mean, on the cut or on the outside of the field if you can manage it. Can you give me another line? Seems like, Well, that's the correct line. Well, I definitely need more practice. My goodness. And that's fast. I'm wondering if all the mowers are that fast. Well, they say 13 on most of them. Seems like I was going 13 or 14, so I guess they're all that fast. I just hadn't mowed in a while, or hadn't paid attention. I'm gonna collect my money from Walter. And see what else I can pick up. There's a couple of hoeing. I like this where you can lease the equipment for almost $1,000 and you'll get $300 back. A couple more mowing contracts, 32 and 8. 32 is up at the highway right here. 8 is way up there. I've got 22,000. Subtract the 8. That's what, 14? I was thinking about getting a mushroom greenhouse. They have 9, 18, and 36. I don't think I'll get to 36 today, but I might get to 18. I might be able to do that. I'm going to see if I can make my way to farmland 32. I'll accept this and head that way. I was talking about finding a map to do this series, and I said originally that I was going to do it on Elm Creek, and it was the other Elm Creek, not Elm Creek 25. I was going to do it on the Louisiana map, but the auto drive wasn't very good. And that's one of the reasons I got this map, and I didn't use the auto drive in the last episode. I went right to the follow me. I don't need to use follow me when I can use the auto drive. I don't need my lights either. I need my turn signal. And so I was going to use the Louisiana map, and it didn't work out because of I keep saying auto drive, the AI driving. I knew Elm Creek worked, their AI worked on the other Elm Creek, and I actually haven't tried it on this one, but that's why I chose this map, thinking it would work without testing it. If the AI driving doesn't work with my playstyle, then I will use auto drive, just kind of the way I play. That's a cool bridge. I like that. I'm liking a lot of things I'm seeing on this map. That tree in my face. Let me see if I can do a little bit better job. And this guy's stalking. That's the third time he's passed. Well, that's a mostly mowed field. Yeah, I need some practice. I need to bind one of my buttons to the switch mower control, because the way I'm set up, my mouse, I don't have enough room to do a big sweeping mouse movement. Let's collect our $3,800. I'm gonna see if I can find another contract. Maybe we have to go with that medium. It's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll see what we can do. Well, we did not make it to the goal of building a large mushroom greenhouse, but we got a lot done for 1 month. Second episode, first full month. We have a farm. We have a side-by-side. We have a tracker and 7 pieces of equipment that I'm not going to try to name. We bought a bunch of junk. We're going to be able to pay our loans tonight. It's 4 o'clock. I have this tedding contract that's worth $4,000-ish, and I just saw a harvesting contract hit that's worth about 10. I did 1 harvesting contract plus those 2 grass cutting contracts. I don't think I'm going to work real late into the night, but I do think I want to try to get that extra 10 grand, because if we do get the greenhouse, we're going to need some way to put water in it. And it won't be a mod, it'll be a tanker. So we have to figure out where we can get water. So there's still some money to spend. I think after the greenhouse, I'm gonna get the bees in, because you can do those slowly. I think it's like $200 for the spawn point, and then the hives range depending on what size you get. The property that's around our farm is pretty inexpensive, so once we have a little bit of money rolling in and I can generate some income with the mushrooms and more contracts and things like that, we can get those pieces of property. We're going to need a field for rice, long grain rice, grapes, which we have, so that doesn't count. Oats, corn, either sugar beets or sugar cane. I'm thinking sugar, I don't know. We have to buy harvesters for each of those. We have a place for the cows, but we're going to need a grass field, so we're going to need 6 fields. Not all at once. I think we're going to start off with rice, because rice and honey make cereal, and that'll get us started. Of course, we have to have the factory. Oh, there's so much to do. But I do appreciate you coming out and spending some of your time with me here today. I thank you. And I hope you see me in the next one. Have a good day.